Hello, each and every one of you out there. I am the Dance Alive Dancer, and tonight I am doing this dance, this song, in a remembrance for September the 11th, 2001. And those of you that were alive at that time, I know that you remember that day. I know I do. So, this song, this dance, is for that. In remembrance. For everyone that lost their lives that day. For all the tragedy that happened that day. I play and do this dance and this song in remembrance of that terrible day. Please, when you listen to this song, just be in silence, because that is what this song and this dance I choose for today is. Thank you.
You don't have to knock. Just walk right in, baby. It's warm in here, the fire's going. We got nothing to hide, nothing to fear. Love's on our side, you can shed your tears. Come on home and rest your spirit with me. Come on home, rest your spirit with me now. When your feet, they hit the ground, just come on home and rest your spirit with me. See it in your eyes, 'cause you've been fighting battles, and I hear your battle cries. 'Cause deep, deep in your heart there is a torch, and it feels heavy. Well, hand it to me, hand it to me. I will learn how to carry. Just come on home, rest your spirit with me now. When your feet, they hit the ground, just come on home and rest your spirit with me. Just come on home and rest your spirit with me. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you've seen the song and the dance. Now I'm going to say a few words. I don't know if you were alive at that time or not, but today is September the 11th, right now. And I don't know if you were alive when September the 11th, 2001 was. Remember the Twin Towers? Well, those of you that were alive, I'm sure you remember that day. Where you were and what was happening. I sure do. Because I was on my way to a doctor's appointment that day. I remember it was around 11 or 12 o'clock. No, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I remember that. And I remember the cab driver telling me about that the first time. It was like, I didn't even realize what was going on until later. All the people that lost their lives that day, all the tragedy and the hatred that I wasn't even able to understand at that time, because that time was before the Dance of Life started. So each one of you need to hold your head in silence with prayers for that people that lost their lives that day. It is such a sad time. It shows so much hatred, which I still don't understand. I have this moment of silence for each and every one of those that lost their lives that day. I ask you to do your silence with it too. So as of now, I do 1 minute of silence for each and every one that lost their lives on that tragic day, September the 11th, 2001. Okay, I want you to remember that, because the world is so full of hate and tragedy and stuff that doesn't even make sense. It sickens me. It makes me want to crawl back and not be human anymore. It makes me not want to wake up the next day. But I have to wake up the next day. The reason I have to wake up the next day is I got to share the meaning of the Dance of Life with people in order to change the world, even if it's one person at a time. A lot of people lost their lives that day. Those of you that were alive at that time, remember. I know that I can never forget that day. Even though I didn't lose anybody in the tragedy. We all lose when one person loses their life like that. Each one of us are part of the human race, and when something like that happens, we all lose, regardless if it's personal or not. I hope you remember that tragedy. I hope you remember that we all need to get along together. We all need to change the future. We all need to live in peace, which is what the Dance of Life is about. I hold this day, in this song, in this dance, in remembrance of that tragic day. Thank you.